Laugh at your pain, or it's going to hurt more.
My message to the losers, losers, look in the mirror. No? Well, maybe you should, sorry. Well, that's my feeling. Losers, look in the mirror, okay? You know, I mean, for months, Democrats have been saying, how is this even close? And they're right, it wasn't. They could not conceive of a second Trump term, but they should have. When does America ever turn down second? I mean, come on. Look, these are just the facts. It's just the facts. Trump won all the swings, all 7. I mean, he ran the table. Trump won so big. Today he called the Secretary of State in Georgia, and he asked him to lose him $11,000. But, you know, he has an amazing coalition. He kept the old crowd that likes him. He got a lot of new voters. He got a lot of people who say they just want to see what he'll do. I call this the get the cat high vote. But, I mean, he did better, like, in every demographic. The exit poll said he grabbed 52% of white women. He also got their votes. Yeah. We're going to keep doing jokes here, okay? Right? Both sides, right to the end.
Yeah, let's get out of there. Let's get... Hey, this video is to make you laugh at your pain. All right? And we shouldn't be in that much pain because I've seen so many smart people come out and say it. So many people say, hey, the sun still came out the next day. A little levity with my pain. I remember the day my mother passed away. Thinking to myself, the world is going to stop because I'm feeling the worst pain I've ever felt. Somehow, some way, this world, this universe, somehow is just going to feel affected like I am. I swear I did. Stayed up to probably 4 or 5 in the morning. And it was still dark. I remember that. And in my head, somehow, some way, a thought creeped in, the sun ain't gonna rise tomorrow. I was like, oh, it's gonna rain tomorrow. Somehow, some way, I'm gonna see it. And you know what? When I did wake up, not too long after, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, when I did wake up, sunny, blue skies, brighter than ever. And that told me something, like, look, I know you feeling it. Circle of life, but get up. And now it's time for her to live through you. A little deeper than this, but the point is still the same, guys. Sun's still gonna shine, so let's shine with it. You get it? Let's go.
Everybody, what a night. Congratulations again to President Trump. And congrats to those Senate Republicans and other House Republicans. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Maybe they run the gamut here. I've listened to some of the Democrats here, Jesse, over the last several days and listened to some Republicans. And here's my takeaway. Democrats need to listen, and I would argue some traditional Republicans need to listen. Everyone thought 2016 was an aberration, that Donald Trump couldn't have been elected because he basically betrayed a lot of the things the Republicans thought they needed to do in order to win. They thought they needed to have a different kind of immigration policy. They thought they needed to be a different kind of inclusive. Donald Trump was inclusive, but his inclusion dealt with economic issues. He wanted to deal with the economic anxieties and frustrations of Americans. So in many ways, this victory of his just 2 days ago, it seems like it was longer, was conventional in the sense that it's always about the economy. Democrats wanted to paint this race as being a referendum on democracy, and it was. Most Americans, however, describe democracy as having neighborhoods that were crime-free, having borders that were secure, having their little girls not be concerned if little boys are going to play in their sports set alone, come in their bathrooms. And Democrats tried to push on people, particularly liberal Democrats, had this sense that endless whining and crying, endless condescension, endless judging of people somehow or another would make people come to their side. As a party, we have to understand that doesn't work. and people are entitled to their own versions of freedom. Now, Republicans and Americans who supported Donald Trump, they aren't Hitler-like or fascist. There's nothing wrong with them for making the calculation that Donald Trump could do a better job for me than Kamala Harris. I think as Kamala Harris looks back at this race, she'll have some regrets about, should I have done more interviews? Should I've explained better my position on issues? Should I have talked about my differences with Joe Biden earlier? I think the recriminations about whether Biden should have stepped down earlier is probably an argument that can be had there. But at the end of the day, when you're the nominee, you've got to be the nominee. And those in our party who are way to the left, who are described as progressives and liberals, I think there's a wake-up call for them because they are a part of our party. But their voices cannot be the dominant ones any longer if indeed we want to win. What happened on Tuesday was historic. A guy who many in my party believe is Hitler was elected for the second time with as broad a coalition as I've seen in Republican, racially, religious, ethnic diversity. It was a meaningful and measurable victory by him. And for Democrats to try to chalk this up as you people don't understand what you've done, America's going. I believe in America as much today as I did on Monday. And I believe my party has to change to ensure that our values and our priorities are aligned with the majority of Americans, because clearly, as we sit here today, they're not.
Goodness. Break it down. Can the drummer get some? Hit the drummer, get wicked. He said something very poignant in there when he said, it doesn't work. And that's why I want to focus in. You know me, I ain't talking about the politics. Really don't want to go there on the policies too tough, but hey, we got to have some substance, some premise to stand on. I really am into the social aspects. I'm into when he said judging people, criticizing people for their beliefs doesn't work. Want to know why it doesn't work? Because it's not right. You know what I mean? Like what I tell y'all, Grandma Blackie Ben said, the truth is simple, lies are complex. If somebody's gonna take you on a long, windy road, they're probably lying, because that truth is right there. And it's not just about truth in terms of facts, it's about you speaking the truth, you living in the truth, and you being respected for the truth. Been watching, I don't like to say our country, because I know people that get it and I know people that don't get it. And I'm talking from a perspective because I think I need to admit my light as you need to admit your light. And then let those lights connect, let those lights intersect, let those lights connect in a way where we're interdependent. That means I rely on you, but I got me. You got you, but you also rock with me. I'm on a mission for that. For my itty bitties, because I got boxed in growing up, man. They tried to tell me who I was. I was like, fool, I ain't none of that. Did you even ask me who I am first? Oh, I know where you from. And, I know what you look like. And, I know what you're going to do. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Hey, listen, I'm not good at coming here and faking and pretending like no, we got whooped. We got whooped, and we didn't understand that we ran a campaign that would have been great in 1996. We had TV ads and door knocking, and these guys built an online infrastructure with the Joe Rogans and everything else. If we thought Rush Limbaugh gave us trouble in the 90s, or Fox News gave us trouble in the early 2000s, they built 2,000 Fox Newses and 2,000 Rush Limbaughs all throughout the internet, and we didn't even know they were doing it, and we got egg on our face, and we got a big job to look into ourselves in the mirror and figure out how we got beat this bad.
Scott, what if you were, put another hat on for a second, if you were going to talk to Democrats from your perspective and go easy, but what would you pick out and advise them? Where did it go wrong?
Well, I think the Democratic Party, in the eyes of a lot of working class voters and the eyes of a lot of men who overwhelmingly turned out for Trump in this election, kind of view the Democratic Party as a professional fainting society. You know, I mean, we're offended by everything. We don't, have our eye on the real ball here, which is people being crushed in the economy, or we don't have our eye on the border. We don't have our eye on the world chaos. What we have our eye on is running around scolding everyone and being offended by everyone. I mean, that's no way to run a political party and then be surprised when average, everyday working people turn out against you. So if I were the Democrats, I mean, it's a time for soul searching. I feel for Brother Van a little because, the Republicans have been there too. But the reality is you just have to ask yourself a couple of questions. Who are we and who do we stand for? What do we represent? What are our actual values? And I think if they ask themselves those questions and answer them honestly, they'd find out that the only people they really stand for are very wealthy people who are not as crushed by inflation, people who have college degrees, who live in and around college campuses and in urban areas. That's it. That's pretty much what the Democratic Party has been reduced to.
What do you say,
So
Van?
it's not true. Hey, listen, I think that I think Republicans have done a brilliant job of framing us that way, and I think we've helped them a lot, because a lot of the stuff that we say does fall into the pity party, crybaby society stuff. I think that's right. But the tragedy to me is that what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris actually did, and what they're promising to do, really was responding to working class needs. A lot of stuff in the Inflation Reduction Act was really trying to help ordinary people. They ran on a campaign to try to get $6,000 to everybody's having a new baby, $25,000 to people who want to have a house, to help small businesses. There was an agenda there, but we did not do a good job of talking about it. The crybabies took up all the airspace, and then they built a machine. Don't forget, the Republicans built a machine online to magnify our mistakes and to mask their failures. And what we did was run a bunch of crappy ads that everybody hated and spend $1 billion doing it. So there is a core there that is good, but we dropped the ball in the parking lot. We thought we were on the football field. We weren't even on the football field. We were in the parking lot, and we got to look in the mirror.
Oh man, that's too good, too good. Liberating is when you can express yourself without judgment. Don't we all know that? You've had that before, I'm certain. Where you just said what you wanted to say and people just took it and didn't twist it, didn't turn it back on you, and just allowed you to be. Because I grew up in a fallacy of thinking that feelings didn't matter. And I think it was built out of hunger, starvation, and the prospect of attainment. Like I was told to go get it, you can't feel, you got to get numb. You got to get desensitized. If you're going to make it, you can't feel all these things, right? And those ills of the community, that adversity you were facing, how people were treating you. Like, it was an uphill climb to be smart, even though you're born with some level of intellect, right? But to faithfully respond to the demands of what intelligent is, which is reading a ton, which is doing extracurricular, extra homework, which is like, you know, I'm over here volunteering, like I'm trying to get my community hours. Like everything you had to do to just stay informed and to stay intelligent, it was an uphill battle. And I'm not talking about just because of neighborhood. I'm talking about just socially. Adolescence, you're gonna get clowned. I don't care where you're from. I know kids getting clowned, affluent kids, kids from adverse backgrounds. To climb the success pyramid, you're gonna go through it to get to it. And the mission is to allow that to have less resistance. I don't think there's a such thing as no headwind, because then everybody will be successful. Everybody would just say, hey, wind in my back, I'm the man, I'm the woman. I know it's gonna be resistance, but damn it, make it make sense. Because why are you pushing against me when I'm trying to pull in the right direction? This is an interesting point.
Women, we so stuck up in this feminism with having a choice that we got to feel liberated that we don't even realize the consequences of our actions. Like, we want to run around here and call a man a deadbeat if he don't want the baby, but bitch, you can go kill the baby and get a pat on the back when you don't want it.
Okay. Should I hit him with one? I didn't see that coming. A man can't tell a woman look. I'm a family man, so I can't tell my wife what to do, because guess what? She can tell me. I don't know what y'all talking about. Like, I don't know what world y'all living in. First of all, if a man can't tell a woman what to do when it's coming to life and a child that they created, one, you ain't got to tell me how that relationship is. I know what that is. Baby daddy, baby mama. And since I'm a baby daddy, I can talk like this. And even if I wasn't, I would. But I know you got to qualify for conversations. I can't say nothing. You can't say nothing. What? Imagine if it was flipped. Like I was the one that was like, ultimately, look, I ain't holding that baby. I'm at least gonna listen to who helped make it. You talking about? No. Yeah. Oh. And this is what I used to say. I said, look, if you don't want to hear me say something about it, then don't say nothing to me ever again about it. That includes when you need some money. That includes when you want the custody conversation. That includes when you want to see what I got financial. Like every level of me can go away if you want it to go away. If not, I'm here to stay. So you're going to listen to me because I'm listening to you. Come on, man. We got to promote more family in this world. God dang. I mean, that's just a diabolical way of just saying, break up the family, nuclear family. Don't listen. You can't tell me what this. What? That was an amazing point right there. And I know some of y'all like, Marcellus a baby daddy? Boy, don't you know? I was raised in the hood, so what the heck?
Look. The Constitution has provisions for it, but can we just all agree?
Watch this.
We are about to enter a political period that will have consequences for the rest of our lives.
I know that's AOC. Watch this. Like, look, I am put away for life for word salads at times, but I know who in my cell with me. Her. Watch this.
We cannot give up. We now find ourselves in a time in history that has precedent, and we find ourselves, I believe, in a time where there are, let's say, peers in history of mass movements of people that mobilize to protect one another in times of fascism and authoritarianism. And
isms. Come and got the mad isms. Remember that song? The reason I don't like these type of videos, and this is just me, I'm a judgmental kind of cat. I judge, but ye judge, ye shall be judged. It's because I know when they say cut, or I know when they finish and they, send it out, push it to the masses. This ain't your emotional state. Like, I hate when somebody get all somber. See, I've been in too many interviews, I guess. I've hosted too many shows. Don't give me the somber. And then you go cut, and you be like, so what you doing later? So this is funny. And when we used to lose, I played in the NFL, and I didn't win the championship, so I lost a few games. And it was always a crowd, sometimes a bigger crowd, sometimes a smaller crowd, but it was always a crowd of people that would do this, okay? Coach be like, all right, they want you at the podium, Wiley. Okay, all right. And then I'm over there, I'm like, all right, I'll be right back. A little somber, but, it hurts to lose. Don't get it twisted. But then I go up there. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, look out into the crowd. I'm gonna use my sound effects. Any questions? Yeah, Marcellus on the 3rd and goal. It seemed like you lost contain there, and you scored, and you guys lost the game. How you feel? Well, and that player just trying to do a little bit more for the team and got out of position, lost my discipline, just trying to help. But that's something that's an easy fix, and hopefully next week we do better. Oh, what an answer. All right, thank you. Step, step, step. Then I walk into the locker room, I see, hey, boy, what you talking about later? What you talking about later? That's what this feel like, but let her finish.
And this is the era that we are poised to enter. Donald Trump has talked about turning the military on U.S. citizens that he deems his domestic political enemies. Authoritarians and people that he affiliates closely with and strongmen abroad. In regimes like that, it is not uncommon to jail political dissidents or legislative opponents. This is the world that we very realistically may be entering.
This is the world that we very realistically may be entering. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, man. Do y'all believe in ghosts and goblins too? And when I say y'all, that's anybody who says very realistically maybe the world we live in. Stop trying to stoke fear, man. Never scared. What Bone Crusher say? Is that him? Never scared.
Hey, so listen, I'm gonna let y'all know this right now, okay?
What's up?
So you little trumpets, like, y'all won. I know you're happy, whatever the fuck. Ain't nobody acting like bitter losers. However, y'all need to leave me the fuck alone. Because I got one more fucking cigarette in me before I start lighting your asses up.
Ooh. Cardi. Bodak. Yella. I'm sure that right now in this moment, people could be like, what's the point of looking back if you're a Democrat? Well, the point is to learn. What's the point of looking back if you're a Republican? The point is to see what you had to go through and endure to get here. But I'm not on those sides. Where I am is recognizing and respecting that both of you guys exist. Man, if y'all ever, I mean, we all have seen how frail humanity is. Human frailty, like for real. Like when a homie gets knocked out, when somebody gets hurt for real, where it's ICU, when you're in that waiting room, do you care about all this shit? Like, do you care about all this BS? Oh, it's real. Yeah, it's real until it ain't, because there's something realer out there. Start caring about each other. All this, like I grew up where it was real banging. And the reason I can't say thankful, because I certainly, God, if you would have asked me, I wouldn't have been born in Compton. I wouldn't have, no, stop lying. Nope, I would have been born in, what's the richest city in this world? Like, stop it, I'm trying to get somewhere. I want my kids to fail forward, yes, etc. Stop. Look, I embrace all that I have and I embrace all that I've been through, but trust me, I didn't want to hold it all. I didn't want to go through it. But the point is, to see somebody really get smoked, to see somebody really get beat up, to see a world where they were trying to tell you, you on this side or this side, pick a side for I ride on your ass. Like, really? Like, I'm like a kid who is feeling social pressures to do something that they know will end fatally. Because either it's going to kill me physically, all of me gone, or it's going to kill me emotionally, spiritually, because what I got to go through to do that. And then I'm going to become an adult and act like that kid is still dealing with those pressures. You better be a Dem. You better be a Republican. Nah, B, I'm going to be me. That's what I want. I don't know if I want to get rid of the parties. I know them parties ain't going nowhere because they like, you know how much money? She raised $1 billion, y'all, and spent it, but she raised it. In what, 107 days? Them parties ain't going nowhere. But the point of it is, you need to be the life of the party. Stop letting them punk you and saying you are this. It's almost like you just wearing blue and you wearing red. You really cripping everywhere you go. You know that boy over there, that's a blood, is the homie. You play ball with him. You already know y'all went to Straw Hat and Shakey's together. Y'all mamas used to shop at Thrifties together. Daddy met his daddy at Woolworth. You acting like y'all ain't homies. And then because he got this color or he live on this street, you gonna bang. And then one day you gonna have to go bang on him or he gonna bang on you. I look at politics just like that. Like, shut it. That's why I went everywhere. I only got jacked a couple times. I mean, look, you ain't gonna go unscathed. Everywhere you go, there you are. Somebody gonna come at you. Trust that. Even being independent. I guess I'm an independent. I don't even like that. Don't be labeling me nothing. Don't call me nothing. Call me Marcellus or Marcus. Like y'all all butcher it. Point being, I'm on the fight to just say the only box to put us in is no box. Simple as that. You don't like that? All right, well, there are other places to watch. But if you do like that, make sure you go to projecttransition.org. Let's go. Yeah, here comes the song. Yes. They trying to box me in, I swear. I feel like I'm in the pen, I swear. It ain't a sin, I swear. I ain't gonna say it again, my friend. Let's go, let's flow. Look at the itty bitties that I know. I'm always out there on the stage. Don't put me in no cage. And I ain't nothing you can tell me, but I rub on my belly. Yeah, feel me? I'm so damn silly. All right. Make sure you log on to projecttransition.org. And I got to give some recognition to Ashley Stillman, who made a one-time $500 donation supporting Project Transition. Yes, if you guys do that, you know what I do. I show up. And when I show up, is this the right button? Yes, become a gym member. Become a gym member. And if you do that, I will give you this. Oh, not that. The other way. Let's go. Who's still watching this video right now? Nobody. All right, right there. I will sign that book and send it to you like I work at Amazon. For real. Autographed book. All you got to do is become a gym member. Make sure you log on to projecttransition.org. Have an amazing day. I love you guys. What's up, y'all? It's Marcellus Wiley, founder of Project Transition and proud gym member. I'm excited to share with you an opportunity that will support our kids on their mission to making their dreams a reality. At Project Transition, we believe that real change comes from consistent action and support. That's why we invite you to join our powerful gym membership program that is making a difference every single day. As a gym partner, by giving every month, you'll fuel our mission by providing monthly support that turns into real empowerment and education for underserved youth. Your commitment reduces school dropouts, nurtures communities, and funds impactful programs like the Rising Stars Academy that we share. Together, we can turn potential into prosperity. Join the group of community champions driving change. Your contributions will help aid success by providing essential educational resources, building critical life skills, and fostering community strength. There's no better feeling than knowing your support will ignite hope, foster dreams, and empower the next generation. Join us today and be a part of transformative change. Help our youth become greater than their greatest excuse. Become a gym partner. Thank you.